Skip, I think the teams that open the season going to close the season. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills out of the AFC. I think they're due. They've been knocking on the door every year. Josh Allen has gotten better and better. They've added some pieces, added Von Miller. They get Tre'Davious White back on offense. They they trade up to get the Elam kid out of the University of Florida at cornerback. So I think defensively they'll get better. I think offensively Josh Allen will continue to grow. And so I'm going to say the representative in the AFC will be the Buffalo Bills. Man, I go back and forth with this one, man, because Tampa looks good. Although I'm not in love with their defense, they had that stretch where they had the last 8 games, and in the playoffs, they were sensational. They haven't recaptured that, not to say that they can't, but I haven't seen it, and I'm going to need to see it. Packers, I think they take a step back, Skip, because of the loss of Devontae. I don't love your Cowboys, so I'm not going to even mention them.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can't help yourself.
But I tell you what, we won't be covering them in the Super Bowl in Arizona. That's for sure. So you know what? Like I said, the teams that opened the season, I think they closed the season. I'm going to say Buffalo and the Rams. And I'm going to say, you know what? Buffalo finally gets their first Super Bowl.
I thought you were going to go back-to-back.
No, I'm going to say Buffalo gets their first Super Bowl.
Right. Buffalo wins.
Yep.
Are you sure that Josh Allen is that guy?
He that dude.
Is he?
He that dude.
Well,
I know Cleveland wish they'd have drafted him #1 overall instead of you know who, but that ain't none of my business now, though.
It's all your business. It's all you ever talk about. Thanks to the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe, Josh Allen is now officially on the hottest seat in the National Football League, and he's going to have to live up.
Oh, you don't think he's that dude?
Show me.
You don't think he's that dude?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not convinced. I don't know about the biggest game intangibles. I know he lit it up against Mahomes, and it was back and forth, but that Kansas City defense is just a wreck, man. Yeah. I mean, I think I could complete a couple of passes against it.
He lit Tampa up. You know they called that bull jive call on in Buffalo late in the ball game. You know they had him.
What did the GOAT do?
You know they had him.
The GOAT goated him in overtime. Remember? To get another no-name receiver for a walk-off touchdown. That's why you don't bet against Thomas.
Well, I'm betting they don't win the Super Bowl this year.
Really?
I just did.
Well, I'm about to bet that they are going to win the Super Bowl. Our future teammate here, the one man in sports I do not bet against, he is going to bounce back from last year's crushing defeat. I wish he could have been at safety instead of Antoine Winfield.
Oh, there you go.
Because he would have made the play on the football.
That'd have been an 80-yard touchdown because he definitely wasn't going to catch the Cooper Cup if he's at safety.
Okay.
Well, he'll be joining us next year. After Aaron Donald get done, he'll be...
Really?
Right over there.
So you're saying that's going to be it?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to go, he'll flame out thanks to the Rams are going to be...
Two years in a row, he's like, man, you know what?
Really?
I'm not going to get back. Let me go on and start my second career. And we'd be happy to have him.
By the way, he gets a shot at the Rams at home on November 6th.
Hold on. They just beat him at home. How many times do they got to beat him at home? They beat him at home with Jared Goff. They beat him at home in the playoffs. They beat him out here. I mean, how many times you need somebody to hit you upside your head before you say, but they ain't playing. They for real.
You know why I love Tampa Bay's schedule? Because it has a lot of get-even games for the GOAT. This is, in large part, why he came back.
Who he getting even with?
Okay, well, who's he going to get even with? Well, let's start with game number 2 at New Orleans. What has been
gonna get him.
His nightmare? Well, his nightmare has been regular season nightmare games against New Orleans. I know he got Drew Brees and sent him into the sunset in a playoff game, although it was more of a defensive effort than a Brady effort. But he's lost all 4 games to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Well, I already told you, I went on record 2 weeks ago. I said he will right both wrongs. He's going to beat New Orleans twice. Obviously, they don't have Drew Brees. Jameis will be back. He will beat Saints at Saints, and then he'll beat them again on December the 5th.
Man, who made this schedule? How they get Baltimore, the Rams, and they get all these games at home?
Yep.
Man, that's some bull jive.
Okay, more get-back games will be November 6th against the Rams. That's a get-even
That's a loss.
game.
That's a loss there.
Okay.
Put that 2 cases on that right now.
2 cases. I got it right now. I got 2 cases on the home team, the GOATS team. And then the other big get-back game comes December 11th, back in his oldest stomping grounds where he grew up at San Francisco.
Oh, yeah,
he will get even with the Shanahans for cold shouldering him twice. They said no to Tom Brady twice, when he left New England and when he was ready to leave BA and Tampa Bay to go home to San Francisco, where he grew up a 49er fan. He wanted to have a storybook fairy tale into his career. And Mike and Kyle Shanahan said, no, not on our watch, because we run this show, not you.
Skip. And I can see
back.
Deshaun, I don't know what the NFL going to do, but week 12, he should be back by then.
He'll be back.
That's a loss.
You know what?
49ers a loss.
I did a loss. On my schedule right here, November 27th, I have the GOAT losing at Cleveland.
Skip, y'all might start the season 2-2 while you're bull jabbing.
2-2. I got it quick 4-0 start. I got at Cowboys, at New Orleans, win-win. You think they're going to win at Cowboys. You already said that.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay. Green Bay at home, Kansas City at home.
Y'all losing one of them.
I like the GOAT.
Y'all losing one of them games.
You know what?
Pick one.
I did say I picked this 3-1, and I was going to flip a coin because I would agree. The odds are, with such a hard start to the schedule because of the 2 tough road games and then 2 very difficult home games, the odds are you're going to lose one of those games. But I still have them starting 3-1. I also have them losing at Browns. I have them, even though it's a get-back game, I went ahead and penciled it in. The odds are San Francisco is going to win that game.
Well, damn, Skip. I mean, what you got them, 15-2?
I got them 14-3.
Oh, my goodness.
14-3. And you know what? In this day and age, 14-3 just might be good enough for home field advantage throughout.
We want to put 2 cases they don't go 14-3?
No, I don't want to do that because these are very early Super Bowl picks. A lot's going to transpire, and we both reserve the right to switch these picks. We're just doing it off the schedule release. You just said so yourself, right?
Yeah, I already know.
In the AFC, I do not have Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, next year's champions, the bridesmaids of the AFC, right? I'm going right back to last year's Super Bowl. I believe that the next Tom Brady will play the real Tom Brady in the Super Bowl because I say Joe Burrow gets Cincinnati back to another Super Bowl.
Don't they play y'all in the regular season?
I got them.
Where they play at?
At
Cincinnati?
No, it's at Dallas. I got Cincinnati winning at Dallas.
I'm saying they're Tampa. Don't they play you guys? They play you guys too, don't they?
Cincinnati is. I got a big dub on that game. I got it December 18th at Tampa.
Man, how y'all get all the hard games at Tampa?
They gave Brady, believe it or not, 14 home games out of 17. He's the only one in the league who gets 14 home games.
Rams at home, Bucks at home. Y'all get. Did Tom make the schedule?
Look at these ats, though.
Hey, how you look at what ats? At Carolina, at Atlanta.
At Carolina. At Pittsburgh. How about that? That's an at. At Cleveland. That's an at. At San Francisco. At Arizona. At Atlanta. Well, they have to play at Atlanta. Okay? So here's the point about Cincinnati. Usually it's Super Bowl losers syndrome where you just crumble the next year. Where, as you know, you're kind of left for psychological dead where you just can't get back up off the mat in time for the next year to start. I think Cincinnati actually had a moral victory in this Super Bowl against the Rams because they had a horrible call at the goal line on Cooper Kupp, a pass interference.
It was pass interference.
It was horrible. It was just ridiculously bad. And they knew it was bad, yet it went down to the bitter end that they got the ball and a chance, and they couldn't convert. Aaron Donald got loose, and that they just couldn't block them in the end. But Cincinnati had all kinds of chances to be right in the middle of that football game. So I think they took a little more positive than negative away from it. And here's the irony of all this is that the Cincinnati plays the 3rd toughest schedule. The Bucs play the 4th toughest schedule. Your Rams that you picked to win the NFC, they play the 1st toughest schedule.
Well, we the best. They're the best.
Okay.
I mean, last I checked, if Aaron Donald retire? I know they talking about he was contemplating that. I don't think he retired. Did Cooper Kupp retire? I don't think he did.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford?
I got questions for you. Did Vita Vea retire?
No.
Is he not a man mountain in the middle of that?
All I know is I saw a team, they allowed a team to go get a field goal with 10 seconds on the clock. With Vita Vea and David and David and all the guys.
Devin White.
Devin White,
Did he retire? No, I think he's there. Levante, you could say he's up there in years, but he's still there. And Shaq Barrett, did he retire? No.
Yeah, he looked like he was in semi-retirement. Did you see him last year compared to the previous years?
Carlton Davis came back. Jamel Dean is back. They added a stud safety in Logan Ryan. I love him. With Antoine Winfield, that could give him the 2 best tandem safeties in the league. Love that.
Yeah, first of all, you're not going 14-3, whatever you said, and you're not going back.
Joe Tryon. I saw flashes from him last year. And that kid they drafted, Logan Hall, they got him with the first pick in the second round, defensive end out of Houston. Go look at their depth chart that they have posted right now. They already have him as a starter. That's how much they love him.
Yeah.
They feel like they stole him at the top of the second round.
That's all right.
6'6", 260. Well, here we come. Here come the Bucs. I love the
They
Bucs.
just skip. How many times they got to beat you before you say, you know what, we just can't beat them? How many times?
How sweet was it adding Russell Gage to what you already have? Whew.
That's all right.
You getting scared?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, you're.
Allen Robinson.
Huh?
They added Allen Robinson.
Really?
Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson.
And yet.
And Higbee didn't even play. Remember, Higbee came back.
Yeah. And yet, would you believe that for all your bloviating about how great Odell is now, they won't offer him pennies. Like he's saying, I'm not going to play. He tweeted yesterday to one of his followers, I'm not going to play for free.
No.
They want him to play for free because they don't value him the way you value him.
No.
That's it.
But Odell.
I mean, if they'd loved him and valued him, it wouldn't matter that he's coming off another ACL.
Yeah, it absolutely matters. It absolutely matters. Well, if that's the case, well, then why they ain't got the Baker? Why Baker ain't on the team?
Oh, I thought this was about Odell.
No, it's about you said you said if they valued him like you did.
Yep.
You told me if teams valued Odell like I value him.
Yep.
Well, if teams value Baker like you do, he's a franchise guy. He won a game against his arch rival, had a 91 QBR. And they say, and?
Okay, but there's a big difference between what you just said. The NFL right now is making the mistake of the century on Baker Mayfield, who's about to become the bargain of the century for whoever wakes up and wises up and signs him or acquires him. And yet, you're talking about an Odell that the league is just saying, and?
And ain't no bargain. Skip it. There's no bargain if you don't need said item that's on sale. What good is that?
Because that item on sale is way better than the item that you now value.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
No.
Odell's going to be just fine.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.